This is me, face to face. Honestly, this feels so overdue. I feel like I've written for so long and for so much because all of my usual content with the Broke Black Girl is text-based that I forgot what it feels like just to sit down and have a conversation. So today, I'm not here to lecture. I am just here to talk. And I want every conversation that we have to feel like a FaceTime because I've shared so much with you all about how my relationship with money changed that I didn't really carve out a space to talk about how my life changed too. When I started the Broke Black Girl, I was in survival mode. The budgeting methods, the saving methods, the debt management methods, all of the rebuilding after a loss. It was all about figuring out how to breathe again when everything used to feel so tight. But one of the things that no one prepared me for was that the emergencies are going to slow down. You're going to be able to understand the bills and managing them a little bit more. So the bills get paid, the panic stops. Now what? No one really talks about or holds space for us to understand that you don't automatically know how to live in stability once you've been living in survival for so long. I didn't have a system for that part, and I didn't know what structure looked like when my life wasn't on fire. But once the fire stops, you have to learn how to function without the flame. That's what micro is. Not minimal, not something insignificant, but something that's small enough to repeat. Because what I learned very quickly was that consistency, no matter how small it is what builds security. That's what Micro Luxe Life is. It's the learning of how to live on the other side of things, little by little. Micro has always been my way of making things happen. When I first started rebuilding, I couldn't think in hundreds and thousands and millions. That was completely out of the equation. I had to think in tens, things like $10 to save this week, maybe spend 10 minutes cleaning, 10 small things that I can do to help me when I feel like I'm drowning. That's how I had to build my life, one micro moment at a time. It's the small, steady systems that give you peace when your whole life starts to shift. So when I say Micro Luxe Life, I don't mean luxury in the way that social media likes to use it. I mean the luxury of structure, the luxury of time, the luxury of having options because you've done the quiet work when no one else was watching. On this channel, we're still talking about money, always, but we're going to be looking at it through a different lens. We're going to be looking at how money moves through our lives on a daily basis. So a few things that we'll cover is going to be micro money, your foundation, the systems, the things that keep everything moving. Microstructure, your home and time management that protects your stability. Micro wellness, your capacity to keep going without burning out. And micro growth, this is who you become when the money finally stabilizes you. They're all connected because when money moves, everything moves. So that's what you will find here on our little corner of the internet. Real systems, real stories on the other side of money. It's not a rebrand, it's not a vlog, it's a conversation on what it takes to sustain what you've built. If you're ready to move forward, welcome to the Micro Luxe Life.